All right, 365 days of horsemanship, day 25. Quite a big day today, actually. A lot happened. So I came up, I was super motivated, I had the time, I had a nice long window today, and the weather was nice, and I just really wanted to get them both ideally in the arena. So I went down for Mia, and as I came to the field, she looked up at me, like straight away, and that was really nice. I really appreciated that. And then, excuse me, when I went to go get her, yeah, she came over to me, only a few steps, but she did come to me, which was awesome. And definitely again feels like that progression, just little baby steps every day. It gets a little bit better. And that's really nice. To have that. I haven't had that in, so long with her. And that was really lovely. And we had a nice little, she put her head back down to the grass, but then, just one little flick of the end of the halter in the direction of her hind end, and she's back, and she's like, okay, yeah, fine. Just really easygoing conversation, really nice. She came up pretty nicely with me. Yeah, and we went into the arena, and I kind of based on the ideas that I've been having the last week or so, I really wanted to challenge her and push our boundaries a little bit, which I definitely did today. I didn't work at Liberty at all. I just worked online, and came out. It was interesting. I came into the arena and we had a big release, straight away. We were walking around. I haven't even got onto the touching her neck or her shoulder or anything, and she's yawning and licking and chewing the whole time, just yawning, and I'm like, wow, okay, that's okay, fine, great, good for you. And it definitely did feel like she had something to release in that. There was something there that she finally kind of felt like this was okay, and she was very relaxed, and that was really nice. That was definitely a big improvement. So then I went over to the mounting block. This one, on the surface, if you look at the task, we sort of went backwards today. I would set the mounting block up, and she would walk away. I would set the mounting block up, I put my leg on it, she would walk away. I set the mounting block up, she'd walk away. Set the mounting block up, she'd walk away. And then it was, so we kind of felt like we'd gone backwards, but what I was looking for was that moment where she felt better about it. And I think I just wanted it to be a conversation where it's can I put the mounting block here? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to tell you off or bring you back to the mounting block. I'm just going to bring the mounting block to you again and ask you again. So I think definitely I could have more feel around it. And I definitely think that there are techniques I could use that would accelerate her feeling better about it. Rather than me kind of putting on this pressure that I think it would be better if we came and we saw the mounting block and then we left it together rather than her leaving the conversation about it. I think it would be better that we came, we stopped at the mounting block, we did something, it was okay, and we left before it got bad. But that can be quite tricky when it gets bad so fast. So every time we kind of looked for a good moment, and then I started working on something new with her. Well, it's not new, is basic, but just feeling better about it, which was I put a longer line on, sort of ready to ask for her to move her feet more from a distance, kind of precursor to circling game, driving game, whatever you want to call it, lunging, whatever, but without the stick. And it was definitely one of the first times I've been tempted to pick up the stick, just because I know I could have been effective with it. But I think something I was really thinking about today with her was recognizing the no. And I definitely think that there's a place for getting things done, but I also think for me personally and with her, I don't think it's helpful for me to go past the initial no just because I can make it happen. A lot of this stuff she knows what I want her to do. Like this difficulty with the mounting block is not because she's uncomfortable with the mounting block being there, I don't think. It's because she has this association with what happens when it's there, and then I get on and then we ride, and that whole thing. It's a whole association, right? Like she knows what I'm asking. I put that mounting block there and I'm asking the question, can I ride you? And that's really the answer that she's saying no to. It's not really about the block. And, you know, all of the questions that I'm asking at the moment are questions that she already knows the answer to. And I think there's definitely a place for increasing the pressure when you think the horse doesn't understand you, and you're increasing it in order to be more clear. Not to punish the horse, but like, I think it's okay to be more clear with your direction. And in order to do that, you sort of have to like give more direction, you know, and I think that's okay. But I definitely think with Mia, it's like once that no is there, it's like I've asked the question, she knows the answer, then she says no. And I don't think it's helpful for us to go past that no. I think once I've got to the no, it's like I need to recognize that she said no and not put any more pressure on to force her to say yes, to force her hand. Say, okay, that's okay, you can say no. That's okay, I'm going to wait for you to think about it until you can get to a place where it feels like it is okay for you to do that. And I think that's quite powerful for her. And that was something that I really kind of tried to do today, where I was asking her to trot, and she's like, no. And she's not doing no like in any big way, just like the ears are turned back and the like attitude is like defensive, and like she's moody, and she's like hating that I'm asking the question. Yeah, but it felt like we were able to keep the connection. Like she was still looking at me, she hadn't disconnected, she hadn't gone somewhere else. She was unhappy that I'd asked her to do that, but it was within a level that we could talk about it, which I think is what I need to be doing. I think that is stretching the band with her, stretching that rubber band and just saying, can we do this? And she's like, no. And I'm like, can we do this? And she's like, no. I'm like, can we do this? And she's like, fine. You know, like she's not like living her best life, loving it. But that's okay, you know. I think as long as we're having those conversations, I think that's a level of like dominance that I can feel okay about. And I think that's good. I think that's important. We came back to the mounting block when we got a good feeling on the trotting. And again, like the mounting block just wasn't really that great. But we did get one good moment where I was just kind of playing around with it, trying different things, just trying to get her to feel okay about the whole concept of the mounting block being around and me being around with it. And definitely we did get to a place where I felt like she put herself in a place where the mounting block was by her hind end and I was there and I was resting my hand on her back, and she was okay with that, and that felt okay, and she like relaxed and licked and chewed. And even though the precursor to that moment was her walking away slightly when I put the mounting block there, she didn't walk away as far as she had before, and she felt better sooner. And I think what I wanted was for her to feel better about the whole conversation, right? Generally, like that was the moment, you know, the whole conversation still happened. We're still talking about the mounting block, even though she's over here and I'm over there, we're still talking about the mounting block. And so I think just for her to feel better during that conversation, just feel like it's not a trap. Like I'm not gonna somehow force you to let me get on you today. Like that's not the goal, right? Like the goal is for you to feel better about this, and if you don't feel better about it, then that's okay too. But I just want you to feel better about it. That's how you win, is by feeling better. So that was good ish. I think with the mounting block, I think what's really gonna carry me through with that is consistency. I think being consistent is going to be really important. And just, I think I just need to play with it. Excuse me. I just need to play with it as much as I can. And just see where we are in a week or so, you know, just see where we're at. If we need to change the plan, then we changed the plan. I said that last week about her being on the hay, and then this week, I've had some wonderful moments where she's been really interactive, and she's not got hay at the moment in that field. She's tidying up. So that's probably also partly that as a reason why she's more interested, because her priorities change, right? Like, she's not got a ton of food to keep her busy, and all of that stuff changes everything. But yeah, it was good. It was good, and we'll kind of see over the next couple of weeks how things progress with the mounting block. Just keep being consistent and see where we get to, see where we're at. I'm determined not to get on her when the answer's no. I just really just want to, because I know that once I get on, I know I'll be able to make positive experiences. I just need to convince her that it's going to be okay. And I think it's definitely worth the time to do that, because I think it's always been an issue, really. I've always felt that tension with her and that brace. I think a lot of the problems that we've been dealing with ridden are the result of her being tense about the whole concept. And I think it's very important not to skip past that because it's convenient. So yeah, but that's definitely a struggle for me, for sure. But I just need to stick to my gut, and keep going as I am, and just hopefully it will come. Try not to put the pressure on it too much. Just do it every day, easygoing, no expectations. And that's going to be, I think, a good challenge for me. I think I'm stretching my own bandwidth there by just training myself not to put that pressure on, because it's going to be so easy to like take it too fast with that. And like every time she gives an inch, try to take a mile. I think it's really important not to do that, and just to take that time pressure off it, which I think is going to be good practice for me. Just shutting down all those external pressures and stuff, I think is good. So I let her have some grass, just because I felt like we had quite a heavy session today, and I just really wanted her to just have some nice grass. I don't think I can really do that every time because of her weight, especially now we're coming into like spring, summer, and the grass is so good. But I think what I might do, so I wanted her to do that while I played with Lawrence, because I knew it would take me, 5-10 minutes with him, because I don't want to do anything too heavy. But I think in future what I might do is put her on the hay afterwards, put her on a hay net, and then she still has that really positive experience afterwards. And we'll see how that works. So I went to get Lawrence. He let me halter him quite nicely, actually. Definitely, he took less time to think about the halter being okay. And so that was really good. And then he didn't want to come initially, but he only kind of said no once. And then I waited for him to decide it was okay. And then he came straight up. Like, we didn't then stop again and stop again and stop again. Like, it was just that one time. And once he decided to come, that was it then. He was done. He was coming. So that was nice. And I brought him up and I just played for 5 or 10 minutes, just walking the track around the edge of the school, and just trying to be in balance together, be in flow, just shorten up his strides a bit, and just engage his core and everything, which was kind of okay. It sort of felt like with that is that that's going to take 10,000 repeats of doing that every day. And then I was just about to leave. I kind of thought, okay, fine, great, 10 minutes, do that, and then that's it. And I was just about to leave. And he like touched one of the lines, and I just had this feeling that he wanted more. So I put the longer line on him, and I tried for some trot, and I was like, yeah, I mean, that's fine, but I don't really feel like it's great. So I took the halter off just to see how he felt at Liberty, and he was really energetic about that. He was really motivated about having a little play at Liberty, which is lovely. And so we were running around a little bit and having some fun together and playing together, and he got a lot more exuberant, a lot more expressive, which is really nice. I definitely felt like we were really playing, and like he really wanted to be there. He did trip over once, and I got a bit worried about him because obviously he's so old. I don't want him tripping at all. And I definitely think I need to be really aware of just not treating him like a youngster, you know, and just being really careful that like I can't speed up too quickly or slow down too quickly or change direction too quickly, you know, and I need to like have nice big round circles, you know, not like tiny little anythings. But it was lovely, you know, it really was nice to move with him and to feel like he wanted to move with me, and you know, we moved together and the connection with him felt really strong, and so that was really nice actually. That definitely motivated me that he does enjoy our sessions. It's just tricky with him because he doesn't express no in the same way that Mia does. So it's hard to tell when he's uncomfortable with something. But I think I just need to get to know him a little bit better. And to know what's no versus what's like tolerance. Because there just doesn't seem to be any difference outwardly to me. I'm sure I'm missing something, but that's what I'm helping, you know, again, Elsa will help me with that. So yeah, but all in all, it was a heavy day. It was a good day. Yeah, definitely one of those days where I think I had an awareness coming in that it was one of those days where I was expecting to change the world, and actually no, it's just one day like every other day, and Rome was not built in a day. But like every other day, you know, I put a good brick on. I made good bricks for both of them. Hopefully, Lawrence didn't hurt himself when he tripped over. He didn't seem to. And keep making those bricks. Keep progressing. Just see what turns up tomorrow. See what horses turn up tomorrow. See how my day is, what time I have, all that good stuff.